Well, Paris Fashion Week is already well underway, and there's one show that's really been turning heads. That's because it starred a pop icon and a fashion queen, Lady Gaga. She strutted her stuff on the catwalk last night for fashion house Mueller, and CNN was there. She's no stranger to being the talk of the town, of course. She appeared at the MTV Music Awards last year wearing a dress made entirely of meat. Would you believe? And this is her at a more recent outing last month's Grammy Awards here. She emerged from a giant egg to sing Born This Way. She certainly knows how to put on a show. And the pop singer is certainly as well known for her fashion choices now as her songs. But who comes up with those bizarre outfits and one-of-a-kind headpieces? Well, CNN's Monita Rajpal caught up with Gaga and her designer for an exclusive interview at Paris Fashion Week. Monita.
Yeah, Max, the biggest star of the moment made a special appearance here at the fashion capital of the world. And that meat dress that you were talking about was indeed created by Nicola Formichetti, the creative director of Mugler, the House of Mugler, formerly known as Thierry Mugler. And they had their showing of the women's wear line in Paris last night. And we got to sit down with the lady and Formichetti. And she insisted the night and the event wasn't about her.
I don't want to take any credit for Nicola's work. He's really, really an amazing designer. He's an amazing creative. I think something that the music industry and the fashion industry share is that now that the internet is alive, criticism has sort of created this sort of competition and race. When Nicola and I see everything as really subjective and really free and really free-minded. So today was great because we just sort of said, you know, music, fashion, it's all about being free and being proud to be a woman.
It was theatrical. That's your expertise.
Oh, thank you.
Theater.
Thank
really
you.
Fashionable?
Yep, fashionable. And you also said that technology also plays a huge role as an inspiration to you. Tell me about that. Of course,
you know, we wanted to, of course, it was very important to have an amazing space and, you know, for the people to see, but for me it was very important that the entire world could experience the whole show. You know, her fans and my fans and the fans of Mugler, and, you know, so I really put lots of attention to the digital media. So, you know, we had lots of photographers and, you know, backstage. And
I do have to ask, based on the news of what's been happening over the last week with John Galliano, do you have any reaction to what has allegedly happened, and now that the prosecutors are saying he will face trial?
Let's skip that question.
Okay. All right, in terms...
Let's keep it positive.
Let's keep it... your first single, well, your latest single, I should say, Born This Way, was the main soundtrack for this. Tell me about Born This Way.
Well, Born This Way is one of the most important songs that I've ever written, and I was really honored because not only did Nicola ask me to be the musical director of this show, but he insisted that Born This Way close the show, which was exciting for me because...
It's so positive.
But it's a commercial song now, you know, it's on the radio, it's big worldwide, and I thought, well, for a fashion show, maybe he wants something a bit more underground, some of the more avant-garde records from the album, but he really wanted me to use it because he said it represented female empowerment, and that's what the song is all about, and I think that's what Nicola is all about, and I'm just really proud to be here today.
When you have clothes, when you showcase clothes on the catwalk, you also put yourself out there, and you're open to reaction, criticism, people really dissecting everything that you've done. Do you care about the reaction? Do you care about what people think about your design?
No, I care about what my friends think and, you know, people that I respect, you know.
And that's the same for you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think, like I said, scrutiny is like this massive thing now in this century, and for Nicola and I and for everyone that we work with, it's all about your peers, it's about the people that you respect, it's about knowing your own strength artistically.
How do you make something that is very creative, marketable? You've been able to do that with your music and even your look, but how do you translate that and make it into a successful, marketable strategy?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know.
No?
To be honest, I guess. I think if you ever backtrack or if you ever show a sign of insecurity, I think it shows sort of a weakness in the idea. Stop analyzing everything so much. Analysis ultimately, I think, leads to divisiveness.
Well, I do have to analyze shoes, though. I'm sorry, but I mean, I call these my Gaga shoes.
Oh,
they're
those are YSL, right?
That's why.
yeah, I could. Why are we so nerdy? We're like YSL.
They're not as high as yours, I have to say. How do you walk in them?
Comfortable.
Much
I'm
practice?
a professional. He was laughing at me today because they made me really high shoes for the show, and I didn't think they were high enough. So I made them make them higher.
I'm impressed. High five.
Thank you.
Good one. Yeah, never high enough. Unbelievable. Those shoes didn't have a heel. They were like on your tippy toes. To give you an idea just how supportive Lady Gaga is of Nicola Formichetti, she says she has bought the entire line, the entire collection, all the dresses in every color. There has been reaction, of course, to his clothing as well. In fact, one of the editors there at the fashion show was saying actually it felt like it was back to the days of Thierry Mugler, who gained a lot of fame back in the 80s here in Paris. Max.
Monita, thank you so much. I want higher shoes. I love that. It just happens. You're watching World 1 live from London. Up next.